Welcome to That's My Farm. I'm Jim Schroyer, your host, and today we're going to be turning this session over to Eric Atkinson, who's going to be introducing us to two new families that are being inducted into the 2014 Master Farm Homemaker class.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. I'm Jim Schroyer, your host. Today we want to introduce you to Master Farmer and Master Farm homemakers, Alan and Beth Vogel.
Alan Vogel has lived his whole life on the family farm near the community of Wright, just east of Dodge City in Ford County. Upon graduating from Spearville High and Dodge City Community College, he farmed with his parents, uncle, brothers, and cousins. That extensive family working relationship continues to this day. Beth grew up in the Flint Hills near Elmdale. She graduated from Emporia State University and for quite some time worked as a bookkeeper for a farm fuel delivery company out of Emporia. Later in life, she met Alan. Beth moved to western Kansas, and she and Alan were married in 2005. Both are extremely active in the Ford County community. Alan instrumental in a major church project, installing an ornate wrought iron fence around the community cemetery. He also has been a livestock judge at several surrounding county fairs over the years. Beth is active in the local Family and Consumer Sciences group and is the county 4-H horticulture leader now. But back to why Alan, very early on in life, decided to become a farmer. He says it gave him an opportunity to continue working with his parents and family members on a daily basis, and now to be part of an industry facing the challenge of providing food for the growing world population.
A bit about the operation present day and Alan, how it's changed from when you were growing up. Largely crops, you do run a few feeder steers as well, or feeder cattle.
Yes, we're more into the crop production now than livestock.
And your cropping system is corn, grain sorghum, wheat, so forth?
It's grain sorghum and wheat,
Okay.
no corn.
Okay.
And trying a 3-year rotation of wheat, grain sorghum, fallow, and no-till as much as possible on the grain sorghum, and the wheat is minimum till.
And it's all dry land.
It's all dry land, correct.
Understood that the both of you have also ventured into growing food grade grain sorghum, is that right?
Yes, here 3 years ago, Richardson Seed out of Texas was wanting to put a program together through Grain Products in Dodge City. And Grain Products, they mill the milo there themselves to meet the demand of the gluten-free market. And we raised their milo the last 3 years, the food grade, for them.
Has that been a paying proposition for you then?
Yes, it has, because one of our first concerns with it was, would the variety be able to yield comparable to your typical non-food grade milos? And the yield has been very close to or equal to the other milo, and there's a premium when a person sells it. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's been a good program.
Bring you back in, Beth. Do you manage the books for the operation? Where do you fit in now?
I'm the bill payer. He does he keeps the books on as far as the farming part of it, but I pay the bills and keep the bank happy. I'm the one that makes sure that everything's all written down in the books or in the computer and kind of have a checks and balance between the books and the computer. And
Stay tuned after the break as Eric wraps up with the Vogels.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm. As Eric wraps up with Alan and Beth Vogel, the 2014 Master Farmer and Master Farm Homemaker inductees.
Both of you continue to be involved with and supportive of Extension in Ford County, have you not?
In the past, I've served on the Agricultural Committee. I've helped at the judge at the fair.
I'm on FACTS PDC at the present time, and also on the executive board, and serve as the secretary. I believe this is my last year for that. And then I am active in a extension unit here in Ford County as well, and have helped at the fair, I think, every year since I've been here.
We don't want to overlook, you've also become a master gardener through
Yes,
Extension.
I went through Master Gardening and Extension. I did that, I think, the first winter that we were married, after we were married, because it was a way to get to know people as well as a way to learn how to garden out here, because it's so much different from gardening in the Flint Hills.
Other civic activities and community activities you've been involved with, the two of you, a variety of things from church to community things. What things stand out in your mind, Alan, when you think back over those activities?
It's very important to be involved in your community services and functions. I've been involved with the church my whole life. At St. Andrew's Church in Wright, as a community, they have done numerous projects.
I've been involved in the church that I go to in Dodge, and as far as helping with Bible school and leading women's Bible study during the week, and another on Sunday mornings. And
Last thought here, and that is what this recognition as Master Farmer, Master Farm Homemaker means to each of you. We'll start with Beth.
to me, it's the highest honor that a farmer can have, and I feel very humbled to receive it. But, and we're very grateful to Andrea and those on the board that decided to select us out of all the other farmers in the area this year.
I would agree with Beth's comments, and also it is very humbling, and it's to be recognized by your peers, as is here, to receive this award.
Well, congratulations, and well deserved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stay tuned after the break to meet Dewey and Carol Adams.
From the Land of Kansas is a trademark program that helps Kansas businesses grow, produce, process, or manufacture Kansas products. Let's meet the Barns at Timber Creek, located at 14704 91st Road in Winfield, Kansas. The first barn you drive up to is the main B&B, with 5 elegant country-themed guest rooms. These elegant country-themed rooms, the birdhouse, the granary, the Southwestern, the rail yard, and the Barn Owl are all complete with private baths, satellite TV, wireless internet, and air conditioning. Adjacent to the B&B is the Barn Owl Treehouse guest room, a private room with a bath and a tree. Within eyesight is the Stone Barn, a perfect place for wedding receptions, company meetings, or special celebrations. The Stone Barn is tucked away in the old stone quarry and is also a great site for concert venues. For more information and to make a reservation, go to timbercreekbarns.com.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
I'm Dr. Frank Lyons, a physician here at Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. As one of the only standalone stem cell centers in the U.S., we use your stem cells as therapy for arthritis and some autoimmune diseases.
I'm Dr. Andrew Pope. Here at Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center, utilizing the latest technology under strict protocols, we're able to harvest your stem cells from your own fat to treat a variety of medical conditions. The best part about it is, it's a same-day surgical procedure and requires no general anesthesia.
Heinen Brothers Ag Service understands the risk and rewards of farming. As fourth-generation farmers themselves, they understand the importance of using the correct products on every acre. Farmers helping farmers. Heinen Brothers Ag offers quality aerial and ground application, fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia. Call today at 800-760-4964 or find us online at HeinenBrothersAg.com.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484.
To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agaminkansas.com.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm, as Eric introduces us to Dewey and Carol Adams, new inductees into the Master Farm Homemaker Class of 2014.
Dewey and Carol Adams are both natives of north central Kansas. Dewey was raised on a farm in the same section of Clay County where he and Carol now live. Carol spent most of her youth as a city girl in Concordia, but her family also had farming roots, in this case in Cloud County. After a stint in the Kansas National Guard, Dewey returned to the farm for good in 1964, not long after he and Carol were married. And over the years, they grew what is now known as AG Farms into the 1,700-acre operation of today, which includes wheat, soybeans, grain sorghum, and a beef cow herd. In addition to farming activities, Dewey has been extremely active in local extension leadership and as a volunteer firefighter for over 40 years. Dewey talks about how the Adams farming roots near Wakefield were first put down.
As you were growing up, talk about what the farm was like. Was it a diversified operation, crops and livestock? What?
Just the old diversified farm, milk cows, pigs and chickens and hogs, and we just had everything.
So did you intend to come back and farm right away then? Was that your life's pursuit?
No.
Okay.
I had not a plan in my life, really. I didn't want to leave home, but when Carol and I was married in 63, I was 20 years old, and my mom and my dad was both killed in a car wreck, and so at that time I stayed here at the farm.
Carol, did you also grow up on a farm?
I did not. I was born to a farm family in Cloud County, but my father died when I was about 18 months old, and I had 3 older sisters, and so my mother and the 3 older sisters and I moved into Concordia in about 1944, I believe it was. I had a lot of relatives on the farm, and because my sisters were a lot older, I was shipped to the farm in the summers to help out and babysit with my nieces and nephews. And I always said I will not marry a farmer, and look where I am.
Let's visit a bit about how you built up the operation, the farming operation, once you returned for good. Dewey, in the early days, as you were running it, what was the size and scope of the operation? What were the main activities?
Well, we had this quarter here. We had bought our share of the quarter from my brother and sister after the accident to settle up the estate. And so we had this quarter, and I'd rent 80 acres of land, and that's how I got started. And the first year, my very first harvest, the wheat made 4 bushels the acre, so I decided this is not going to be a pretty picture very long, but God's willing, we just kept going, and we've had some excellent crops, and we've grown in the operation. And
principally crop production at this point, with
yes,
a little bit of
and livestock
on the side.
Cow-calf operation.
And mostly, well, a diversified cropping system with corn, wheat, beans.
I'm on a rotation right now. I've been for quite a few years, 50% wheat, 25% soybeans, and 25% milo. And I rotate my crops for chemical purposes, trying to avoid some weed issues, so I got that approach of farming. Went no-tilling about, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, and so I've included that into my crop rotation.
Is that part of the secret to your success, remaining progressive and adapting new things then?
My success is the good Lord that I have to give me the rain when I really need the rain, and neighbors around to help me when I need help, and that's how my success has been where it's at. I've got a wonderful brother that has helped me a lot, just people around me.
Yeah. And all the while, Carol, you were teaching for a few years.
I taught elementary school,
okay.
And most of the years I was a third grade teacher, and I kept having these children come to third grade that were already turned off to school and couldn't read, and I said there's got to be a better way, so I asked for a transfer to first grade, and that's where I ended my career, was in first grade, and I loved almost every minute of it.
And every minute of it constituting what, 43 years?
Yes, 43 years.
No. Part of this recognition also is for the civic community activities that both of you individually and collectively have participated in over the years. And one of the things that you were involved with early on, some years back, something called Kansas Young Farmers. Remind of what that was and the activities that you participated in. Carol?
Well, for me as a young farm wife that was just becoming involved, it was an organization that I truly learned a lot from. But as I became involved with it, I became involved at the state level. And through our conventions and meetings, I was asked to serve as an officer, and did eventually serve as the president of Kansas Young Farm Wives.
Stay tuned after the break as Eric wraps up with Dewey and Carol Adams.
From the Land of Kansas is a trademark program that helps Kansas businesses grow, produce, process, or manufacture Kansas products. Let's meet Britt's Garden Acres, a family-owned farm on the outskirts of Manhattan. They grow and sell different types of produce, from strawberries to cabbage and so much more. Their flower selection is just as large, with pansies, petunias, marigolds, well, too many to list here. Supporting local markets and providing healthy and tasty foods is their goal. So in addition to flowers and vegetables, Britt's also offers local grass-fed beef, organic pork, raw honey, and Mexican vanilla, along with fantastic jams and salsas. For a fun family event, grab the kids and come to Britt's for a tour of the farm or a barn party. Plus in the fall, they have a huge pumpkin patch with hayrack rides, corn mazes, and a petting zoo too. For more information, go to brittsfarm.com.
The Kansas Wheat Innovation Center in Manhattan is rediscovering ways to get improved varieties and new genetics in the hands of farmers faster. Grower-led and checkoff-funded research initiatives are bringing about positive change. This grassroots leadership provides a strong voice in Topeka and Washington, D.C. Now is the time to partner with Kansas Wheat in moving wheat forward. Kansas Wheat Commission and Kansas Association of Wheat Growers. Farmers investing in their future and yours. Log on to rediscoverwheat.org.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484.
Here's another gardening tip with Annette Jackson from Jackson's Greenhouse.
Fresh herbs are healthy and add zest to almost every recipe. The folks at Jackson's grow more than 50 varieties of herbs right here, and many are available year-round. Our staff has hands-on experience and can't wait to assist you with your herb needs. Stop in and see us at Jackson's. We're open 7 days a week.
Topeka's largest selection of homegrown herbs is at Jackson's Greenhouse with 4-inch pots starting at just $3.79.
Jackson's Greenhouse has what you need today.
Buying a car shouldn't be this hard. And at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, it isn't. It's actually awesome. Whether you want a new or used car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. Even if you want to custom order a new car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. See Toby's team at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. We're awesome.
To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agamnkansas.com.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to That's My Farm as we wrap up with the Adams family, new inductees into the Master Farm Homemaker class of 2014.
You've also been involved in a number of other things, extension locally in leadership positions and so forth. In what time we have today, spend more time, if you would, though, talking a bit about your church activities and particularly your mission work. Multiple trips to Central America.
Yes. Back in 1977, I had a gentleman from Clay Center asked me to go to Nicaragua with him to do some mission work. It was right after an earthquake down there. They had a terrible earthquake and destroyed so many buildings, and so we went down and worked on a church. I think I've kind of maybe lost track, but I think I've been there 17 or 18 times now since 77. And
let's talk about your daughter, Rhonda. And she has followed your footsteps, Carol, and she's a teacher now.
Now she's been at the middle school in Clay Center as the technology teacher, and she truly loves it.
And you have 2 grandsons who like the farm, do we?
Yes. The oldest one, Adam, has been my shadow since before he could walk. He would ride in the tractor with me hours on end. And Ryan, the younger one, 3 years ago showed a lot of interest, and he became my combine operator.
Last thing to ask the both of you, your thoughts upon receiving this recognition as Master Farmer, Master Farm Homemaker, and what the recognition means to you. Let's start with you, Carol.
I would just say I was shocked when we were asked to be considered even for this award, and to be chosen, I feel very humbled.
Do we?
I would have to just second that. Just same thing. Yeah. Real honored and blessed to be accepted.
Well, again, well deserved, and congratulations to the both of you.
I hope you've enjoyed today's That's My Farm, and make sure you join us next week as we talk to more ranchers and farmers around the state of Kansas. See you next week.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers.